When the evening settles and the day grows still, stories rise softly from memory's hill. These are the letters we carry inside, stories of love, loss, and pride. Welcome, my friend, to Porch Light Letters.
Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from, where am I? Waikanae Beach in New Zealand. I was about to say surprise, wow. Welcome to Porch Light Letters podcast number 2416. And today we are going to be talking about when is the best time to start recording family stories. If you've been watching me for a while, you're going to know that the answer to that is right now. As soon as you can. Best time to start. Just pick up your phone. There's plenty of recording devices out there. You can do it as video. You can do it as audio only. Just get out there and start recording. But the best time to record family stories is before they disappear, which is it's like right now. Talk to the people who have the stories. I spent the time on a call with my brother yesterday. Sorry, I don't know why I have a croaky throat. I spent some time on the phone with my brother yesterday, and we were going over some old family photos and talking about different stories and things. It was a great time. We reconnected over the photos, just to talk that family history and when were these? I mean, these pictures were taken years before him and I ever came into existence. Yeah, my dad was in one of the photos. My dad was like 13 at the time, so yeah, well before I came along. Me being the oldest. But it was good to talk about those stories and what we had heard about that picture being taken and who was there and who was where. And I did happen to find because there's a lot of people in this picture. I did happen to find the photograph that had who was left to right and that sort of thing as well. So we had that to go by. But the best times is before they disappear. So start now. Even with your own stories, start now. Write a poem about them, write an essay about them, write a blog about them, write a song about them. Record them, do vlogs, take pictures and put them on Instagram with a little story with them. Excuse me. Find a way to tell your story. Oh, that felt better. Find a way to tell your story and start telling it. Stories fade as generations pass. And as we've talked about in previous episodes, it's very quick. One generation goes and those stories could be lost forever. The second generation goes, more stories are gone. So stories fade as generations pass. Memories that feel permanent can disappear quickly. When older relatives pass away, unique experiences vanish with them. Recording stories early protects those memories. So if you've still got grandparents around, great-grandparents around, start talking to them about their childhood, what it was like growing up. Where did they grow up? Who were some of the relatives that they got to interact with and everything and all of that sort of stuff. Ask them about their life. Where did they go to school? What did they think of school? What was their favorite subject at school? There's a gazillion questions you can ask, but do it gently and do it respectfully. You don't need perfect information to begin. Many people delay recording stories because they feel their research is incomplete. However, early drafts can always be improved later. Beginning the process ensures the story is captured. So capture the stories now, go back later and put in the dates. It's as simple as that. Technology makes recording easier than ever. Simple tools such as phone recordings, video interviews, and digital notebooks allow stories to be preserved instantly. These recordings can later be transcribed or expanded into written narratives. Family members may remember more together. Group conversations often spark memories that individuals might not recall alone. When relatives talk together, one story triggers another. These interactions reveal richer detail. I will tell you this, I have great memories of sitting in my grandparents' living room with all the family around. All the aunts and uncles were over, their kids were over. We had a lot of people in the family. I mean, my dad was the oldest of 4. And so everybody was married and they all had their own kids. So that was a large household to have in the very tiny house of my grandmother had at the time. But the best conversations we had was just sitting there playing games and things. But the stories would just flow. Oh, do you remember the time we did this? Do you remember the time we did that? Do you remember that? Da, 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 da. And they just flow because one story triggers another one. And it was great sitting there listening to them. Early recordings protects emotional authenticity. Stories told directly by the people who experience them carry tone, humor, and personality. Preserving these voices creates a deeper historical record. Authentic memories are irreplaceable, so capture them now. Why does all of this matter? Recording stories early protects family heritage. Your practical takeaway for today: begin capturing stories now, even if the research feels unfinished. Want help recording your family stories, or with hints and tips and questions to ask and things like that? Send us a private message and let's set up a 30-minute discovery call to help get you on the way to start recording these family memories with your loved ones. And in closing, every memory recorded today becomes history tomorrow. And with that, we are out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hei konera.
The stories we carry stay bright through the night, a small steady glow in the fading light. Stories of love, loss, and pride we share, until we meet again. Keep the porch light burning.